How's everybody doing? Once there is no notice, I probably should have put my phone on airplane mode. We'll see what happens. So it's been raining for 4 days straight, nonstop, nonstop. Let me try and face the camera a little more directly. Really don't feel like plugging in the laptop. The weather is still miserable. It's been very well. I guess it's relative to what part of the country you're in, but it's been wet, rainy, extremely windy, uncomfortable, and trying to get through it the best I can. The employment front does not look real great or promising. There is an opportunity tomorrow. I'm going to an interview at 1:30. Even if that pans out, I may be toast anyway. It's uh, it's something I really don't want to do, but it's the only option I have. Um, it's some type of warehouse work, 12-hour shifts. I don't mind the 12-hour shifts, to be honest with you. That's actually a positive thing. And it's working for some type of cable company in a warehouse. And I have a feeling it's some type of assembly. I'll know more tomorrow at the interview. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get hired. Last time I thought I was 100% sure. So I don't want to put the cart before the horse. But the current situation is about as bad as you can get. Hello, Melinda. Hi, Deborah. Um, Sorry for the lack of notice, but um, beyond depressed. The weather has been, like I said, it's been raining for 4 days straight, nonstop. It's cold, it's windy, miserable. Last night I boondocked behind a Cracker Barrel, and that did not go too well because it was raining so hard all night long. It's banging on the roof of the van, and there is no quiet and tranquility. Um, to respect the other boondockers that were going to be coming in with the RVs, I parked on the backside in a parking spot next to the dumpster. And at 0400, here comes the trash company. So it literally just rained. It's been raining. It's raining now. I think we got a 30-minute break there for a little bit. And I am literally, people are going to misinterpret this, but it is what it is at this point. I'm running out of money. If I get hired by this company, I've been told if I get hired, that's the big if, the big two-letter word, that chances are I would not start until Monday or Tuesday. Um, I would need to go back to the employment office, which is not real close, which is opposite direction from where the employer about that. I don't care about that. And, um, but they sounds like they do pay overtime based on what I've been told by the recruiter or whatever you want to call him. So it sounds like there's possibility for, just based on the brief conversation we had, it could be different when I find out tomorrow. But if I do get hired, And the shifts are, I think he said 7:15 at night till 7:30 in the morning, or something like that. Basically 7 to 7 or 7:30 to 7:30. Um, I know the general area where it is. It, I have a new friend, and she's allowing me. She has a little 5 acre, I guess you'd call it a homestead. She's not in a great financial position either currently, but she's allowing me to park on her her property. I always feel better that way. I don't like having to find new locations every night. That kind of sucks. You just you don't feel comfortable. But the the pay would be weekly through the employment agency. The one drawback is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is next week, so that would be one less 12-hour shift most likely. So I don't know um, what the employment agency's work week is. Sometimes it's Sunday through Saturday. I asked the gentleman, he said they do work weekends. So if I qualify and get hired, I'm going to try and work as much as possible. Um, I have mandatory bills that are really going to affect um, my credit is like it's plummeting so quickly, and the money is going so quickly, especially when you have nothing to do, nothing, nowhere to go. You're just driving around watching it rain and be all cloudy and gloomy. So you can spend more money than you want, and it's easier said than done not to spend money. But it's not like I can go sit on the couch and just sit there and um, watch ESPN or anything. I don't have any of those luxuries. Um, I do go into restaurants time to time and try and chill, not chill, actually warm up, so to speak, because it's been kind of cold. Hello, Tasha. How are you? Um, so I'm. This is the last shot for me. Tomorrow is the last shot. There's one potential backup job. The job I'm interviewing for tomorrow, they only interview on Thursdays. Supposedly, they need somebody. The recruiter feels I'm qualified enough, and um, if you have experience, top pay through the employment agency would be $18 an hour. The low end would be 15. I don't know what they're going to consider my qualifications, but if I do get hired, first check would not be until first. The next check would be the 8th. Unfortunately, in my current position, my financial position right now, I currently owe $684 for insurance because just it's a long story, ugly story, and that's going to expire um, probably around the 7th or 8th. So I basically I don't have enough. They could bill me for the next month as well. If that's the case, the amount I would have to pay them would be like 800 and some dollars. I forget what the amount is. Obviously, if I don't have the 684, I'm not going to have the 800. And hi, old red. I don't know who you are, but this is a serious topic for me. But anyway, and the problem with not being able to pay the insurance, if I get pulled over, my license gets suspended, the vehicle gets towed to the impound yard. I can't get it out of impound until I have proof that the insurance has been paid. But the biggest kicker of that is I have nowhere to live, nowhere to sleep. So that's my dilemma right now. Plus a couple other things. Um, the job requires you have steel toe boots. I don't have that, so that's another expense. My storage unit is due in the next 2-3 days. That's like $57. That's not much, but all these little things are adding up. Then there's some other ones in there, just basic fuel. Fuel's the biggest expense right now, and trying to just keep the vehicle running. And at night, sometimes, like we're about to go into a little bit of a colder spell here the next week or so, where at times I'm going to have to fire up the van at night for the heat, just to knock off the chill. Then I did join Planet Fitness, so I'd have the ability to shower. And I kind of misread the different offerings that they had. They had one package. It was, I forget, it was called the Black Card membership, or it's like $24.99 a month. You can use facilities all over the place, which I've already used 2 different facilities. And then I thought the first month was $1. Came out of my account $1.07. I just realized now it was only a 1-week free membership, and then they're going to whack me in January for another $49 fee. But the monthly fee of $24.99 is taxable, so that's $26. So like, there's no way I can make it 2 weeks on the last remaining bit of money that I have left to my name. So it's very nerve-wracking, depressing, sad. And when I sleep at night, well, when I attempt to sleep at night, one topic keeps coming into my brain. It's subconscious. I can't control it. Some people would call it the devil trying to take you over or whatever. I just know I can't. It's not looking good. I have one slight hope, plan of desperation. It's going to hurt me to do that. I don't even know if it's would be successful, but I've worked all my life. I've never had a problem getting a job till I come to this area. And everything I did online with Indeed, all I do is get spam and scam text messages, and I clicked on a couple links thinking could be a legit job, and then all of a sudden my notifications were going off the wall. It's malware or whatever you call that, and it just nothing is going right right now. I mean, absolutely nothing. Without this vehicle, I'm nothing. I literally have nothing. It has to be insured. Even with the potential overtime that could be available coming up, I wouldn't have any money to live on. You know, if I can get through until the middle of December, there could be a ray of hope. But it's not looking good. It just really sucks right now. It's 2:13 Central Time. I'm sitting outside of a Lowe's. Um, my phone's charging. I have somewhat Wi-Fi. Um, I'm just in one of those situations right now. Whatever decision I make is going to be the wrong one. If I run out of money for fuel and I have a broken gas gauge, matter of fact, I had the heat running there. Let me turn the motor off. But if there's no way I can make it, even if I get hired the next 2 weeks with the limited amount of funds I have. It's just crazy. I watched the replay this morning of No Judgment Here with Tish Ross, and people were on there on Monday night talking about what they're thankful for. That was kind of hard to watch. Not kind of hard to watch, it was hard to watch. I'm glad people have things to be thankful for. Hi, Mona. I'm all tapped out of solutions. I'm literally all tapped out of solutions and options. It for some reason I always feel better when I get on YouTube and talk to people. Call it therapeutic, if you will. It it doesn't truly help, but it makes you feel better just for a brief moment in time. It occupies your brain. It gives you something to do. Um, I had a lot of goals for my life, a lot of goals, a lot of beautiful things I wanted to do for people. If I ever saw the day where I got an inheritance, I'm 99% sure I'm not going to live long enough to see that. But it sucks when you know what's in your heart is being held back by what's not in your wallet. It's hard to show your character, your 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 desire to help people. Yesterday, I was and I see this. There's a lot of homeless people up here, and I see this guy eyeballing me, and I see him coming behind the van, and I'm trying to like, I wasn't sure if he was going to try and rob me or what. And I try and help homeless people out when I can, but I don't like it when they approach me. And this guy started coming around like I could see he was going one way, so I went the other way. And then he said, "Can you give me $1 or something?" Uh, Normally I would do more than that, but if you pull out some money and they see you have more than $1, you could be about to be robbed. So I told him, "No, I'm tight." Then I went into the Dollar Tree, and then the guy walked around, and he was sitting underneath the overhang by outside the Dollar Tree. So I wasn't sure if he was going to try and get me on the way out or what, but um, it kind of hurt me not to help a homeless person. I like to approach them when I know they're sitting somewhere. I don't like people rolling up on me. But this is the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. I kid you not, the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. And I have no more options. I'm literally all out of options. And I can't even cry right now. I'm all out of tears. I'm out of that too. So really, I'm just 2:19. It's probably going to get dark around in about 3 hours or so. And then I'm going to go to this lady friend's house down the street, park on her property, and just watch some YouTube until I fall asleep, get up early. Then I got to go to the laundromat tomorrow morning. I got to go to Planet Fitness, get showered up, try and be presentable for my interview at 1:30. Um, so, uh, so that's that. I just wanted to communicate with the world. I have a friend. Uh, she keeps messaging me. A friend is somebody I went to high school with. She's asked me for a while now, how did the interview go? She was referring to the first job at the hardware store, and I never even got the interview because they went for somebody cheaper to save a couple dollars. So I haven't even replied to her because I don't even like talking about it. I was misled, totally duped, lied to, especially when the guy called me 4 hours before the interview. He said something came up, and come to find out what came up was they hired somebody else. Why don't you just tell me we hired another candidate or something? Don't lie to me. Say something came up. You're going to call me in a couple of days, and then never call me. I had to find out when I called the hardware store, and he was off, and I got the general manager. So there's professionalism's a two-way street. A lot of employers don't show that. So this is not how it's supposed to end. Truly, is not how this is supposed to end. This is not my story I'm living. It's not who I am, but I'm forced to live it. It's not who I am. I'm so restricted right now. I can't be who I want to be. I want to help people. I can't even help myself. It really sucks right now. I know people don't like hearing me talk about this stuff, so I have to talk about it. Literally my survival. Haven't spoken with my mother for a week. She's in that home, dying of dementia, probably 11, 12 hours away. Every time she calls me, she keeps hanging up because she doesn't know how to work a phone. She hasn't called me in a week. I just tried calling and I got no answer. So I'm not sure if somebody else has me blocked, or I would not surprise me. Something's going on there with, she used to call me 88 times in less than 2 hours. Now I don't get a call in 1 week. Something's up there. But the not knowing is the worst part. I wish I could fast forward until tomorrow afternoon at 4 or 5 o'clock, or Friday morning, so I would have an answer. So I know, am I going to live or am I going to die? This other job, I don't think they're in a hurry to hire anybody. A lot of these employers just do a lot of interviews. They keep people on the back burner just in case. And I think that's been a lot of what I've been going through. I drove by that facility. That facility is actually closer to where I'm allowed to hang out in the yard. It's literally 4 or 5 miles away. The other location is about 25, 30 miles away. And it's tough. And I can't drive that far with no insurance, risking the opportunity to lose my license, have my vehicle towed, not have the money to be able to get out of the impound and all that, because that is everything. That's my everything. This cot, this banquet table, my laptop, the few clothes that I have, that's my everything. It I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I just, all I can say one more time is, this is not who I am. Family situation put me in this position, and I'm not liking it. I'm not confident that it's going to get better, because I know how to do the math. I know how much I could get paid. I know how much fuel is. I know how much the insurance is. It's crazy. Here's another thing I even checked into. Uh, I've never rented. I take that back. I did rent a van one time, but I knew the people. It was they did rent vehicles. I called Enterprise Rent-A-Car, checking to see if I left my van on that property, at least I could have a place to sleep, and then have a legal vehicle to drive until I got my next paycheck. Well, to rent the vehicle for 1 week was like $347 or something, plus a $300 deposit they pull on your credit card or debit card. Well, that's the amount of the insurance. So that really wouldn't. yes, they refund the $300, but that wouldn't even help. I thought about that. It's weird. That came to me in the middle of the night, between all the noise from the rain. And I thought, man, that could be a solution, worst case scenario. But literally, that's the same amount for the insurance. And if my insurance cancels, I would have to get insurance through the rental car company. And that was another, forget what that was, like $23 a day. So now that 640, whatever they said, is now basically over 700 something. It's a no-win situation. So I'm just thought I'd share. It's not going to help me any, but thought I'd communicate, trying to document as much as possible. Without this vehicle, I am nothing. And it's so funny. Thanksgiving is a week from tomorrow. Nothing's going to be open. Maybe a restaurant or two in the afternoon, but I don't even know. Like, I literally have been saltine crackers. This right here. I actually got a little left in that one. Just ate some of that. Some white chicken. I have some bread left. This is how I've been living. This is just for the people to understand the reality. I went to Publix yesterday. Got 4 slices of ham so I can make a sandwich. And I already had the bread. So, yeah, I know, Melinda, everything's expensive right now. Everything's expensive when you don't have money. So, literally, there's other financial obligations I'm not going to be able to meet that are going to be very devastating, not only to my credit, but just so much of a snowball effect. But so yeah, I'm probably not as nourished as I should be. Not probably, I already know I'm not as nourished as I should be, but I'm trying to save pennies here and there. And I keep thinking I'm actually currently in Pensacola. It's And all I keep dreaming about is, man, I would love to go to a Golden Corral and just throw down. I would like literally loiter for 3 hours and just eat until I got kicked out. And there's one not too far away, but I haven't been to one of those in ages, so I don't know what that would even cost. 15, $20. I have no idea what they cost, but that's been kind of like almost, you could almost call it the last supper, the last meal. And I know I'd feel better if I had good food in me, but I'm going to tap out, folks. Not trying to depress anybody. This is just the real ugly. This is definitely the real ugly. So I'll talk to you as much as I can. Um, I don't know how much longer I can go if I don't get the job. It's literally just like a financial countdown. But hopefully everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody understands, what it's supposed to represent. I don't know where I'm going to be, what I'll be doing, and uh, I, hopefully I'll feel better once all this clouds and rain stops. Tomorrow afternoon is supposed to clear up, and Friday's supposed to be nice. So I can't even really go to a park right now. But I need to go in here at the Lowe's and use the restroom. I'll talk to you guys soon. Try and have a great weekend. Thank you.